Hi everybody, we're here with the Yeakel Plymouth Special. We're here with Paul Rossi, son of Vince Rossi, one of the original guys that worked on this car years ago, one of the owners. And we want to just talk a little bit about the car. And Paul, could you tell us about this particular Woody Gilmore car and when you guys first started, when your dad first started running it, and everything you can?
Hey, this car was built by Woody Gilmore in 1964. The Yeakel Plymouth dealership, Chrysler dealership, is in Lakewood, California, or Downey, California.
Yeah.
And my dad, Vince Rossi, and Lou Baney worked for the dealership. Lou Baney was the general manager, and my dad was the used car manager. And they were drag racers from way back. And they were not only drag racers, but close friends. And they joined up with the Yeakel dealership, and they were able to get a sponsor through Yeakel for the car, because they had a car prior to this, which was called the Baney Raptor, Lisa and Rossi car.
Right.
And then that was actually one of the first Yeakel cars at that time. And then it evolved into this Yeakel car here, where they were fortunate to get Tom McEwen to drive the car.
Right.
That's where the infamous name, the Mongoose, came from.
Right. And when did they start running this car? When you know about when this car first started?
1964.
In 64, late 64, early 64. I don't think I've ever remember seeing this car with other than zoomy headers, so it must have been the second half of 64,
yes.
Right? What's the wheelbase on this piece?
152 inches.
152. Okay. Is there anything unique or special about the chassis itself when it comes to Woody Gilmore, or is it pretty much just a standard Woody?
Well, this car here was built, I believe it was built, there was two built like it. They were trying to work on the suspension, and they built these little tabs here, you can see.
Yeah.
They were like little saddles.
Right.
And these were designed to, they were not welded when they first brought the car out. They were designed to have the frame rails move with the car as going down the track to get some extra traction.
And there was a nickname for this called, what was it called? You remember? A Flexi Flyer? Was this the Flexi Flyer?
Yes, they were trying to get that weight transfer.
Right.
And
was that true of the upright that's right there, just ahead of the motor?
Everything was able to transfer weight.
Right. Must have been
what
interesting.
happened is they found out after a while it just wasn't working the way they really wanted to, so they actually went and they just took some hose clamps and they hose clamped them and made a run, and the car actually responded a lot better. They welded those back up. And
just another experimental process that they wanted to try something, and they would go out and run it at the track, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't, and then they would just adjust, right?
That's how it was in those days.
Right.
Just try to get something, try to get an edge.
Right. Now, this car had a number of injectors on it, injection systems, as I recall. Do you remember that much about that part of it? I mean, I know that it has a Hillborn on it now.
And then it had a Enderley also.
Right.
And then it had a Scott injector on it,
right,
which is actually in the museum right now.
Wow.
Yes.
I remember even seeing that.
Yes.
Correct. And I remember this car. I remember seeing a picture of it. It was part of the Drag Racing magazine article, I think, on it, and it actually even had a white chute pack.
Yeah, it had the Yeakel emblem on the back of it. And
tell me about the wing. Now, I don't remember the wing.
The ring was very short-lived. They tried to see if they could, once again, to get some more bite, as if you may, to be as simple as we could say.
Right.
And that was very short-lived. It, from my knowledge, it actually brought the front end up down towards the end of the track. So
really?
That kind of stopped.
Right.
Stopped that. Yes.
Right. Interesting. And this is a chute tail body, so it's just wrapped around the parachute itself.
Yes. We had the unique spot for the chute pole there.
Oh.
In the by the rear end. That's a pick rear end with the. That's another thing that was one of the special things that Woody did there with the chute placement. A lot of them had them up here on the side of the frame rail.
Right. Now, this car, once it left the family, or you guys sold it.
Yes.
And so it was raced from when to when? Say, when did it stop?
The car raced from 64 to about 66, I believe. And then it changed because Lou and Vince Rossi actually left the car and went and built the Rossi model car.
Right, okay.
And Lou campaigned it, and it became the brand Ford Special car.
Okay, and
that was with Lou's dealership, and then it had a full body on it. And
right.
It became a Camden. They put the Ford in it.
Right. Yeah. So, and that was this car.
That was this car with the full body.
So it made
some transformation.
Wow. And then after that, it went to.
They sold it to a gentleman in Hawaii.
Right.
And then that's where it left and went over to Hawaii on
right.
the island of Maui.
Right.
And that's when we got notice of it. We were looking for cars, and we were told that this car, a gentleman that really didn't have anything to do with drag racing, had the car. And he was a very big fan of Tom the Mongoose McEwen.
Right.
And he had got the car from some parts. He had traded somebody that needed some parts, some flathead parts that he had.
Wow.
And he had the car in his garage. He just, this is what he really always dreamed of, because he saw it in magazines
sure.
and drag news. And
I would
he
have
was
too.
a big fan.
I would have too.
And so we got a hold of him.
Right.
And we made him an
through
offer.
the process.
Went
right.
through the process.
Sure.
Thanks to Frank Baney's persistence.
Yeah.
And he went over there and checked out the car and made sure that it was the proper car.
Right.
And we negotiated with some help from a friend over there, Wayne DeCento.
Right.
And he was able to come to an agreement, and we stepped up for it more than we would like.
Oh, of course.
We did, because it was something that our fathers had actually touched. And we were Frank Baney and myself were, very young when this was running, and we were able to, bring back all the memories of our fathers. And
that's what's so great about it, is you guys have this great family association that you've been able to continue and share with people through this car now, and that's what's so great about it to me. I mean, I love that.
There's a lot of history, and this is just not just a race car, it was a family affair, because our families were very close, and we stayed close throughout the years. And now that we have the car back, it's back to the way we were when we were very young, and all the family is together with this car.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for the description, Paul. It was excellent. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Changed it, doesn't it?